Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it's the splendido crappy quiz. Every Friday we pit three of Team Off the Ball up against one another in our quiz of sporting factoids, and it is no holds barred at the end of the week. Allow me to welcome tonight's contestants. Our first contestant tonight is head of propaganda.
Hold on. Can I just ask a question? How has
You're not allowed to talk over
How
Owen.
has it not been a talking point this week?
You're not allowed to talk over Owen.
What is going on with Owen's new beard?
Not shaving until Kerry lose a game.
Is this a thing?
No.
Is it a public thing?
No, it is now.
Is this your first time growing a
in
beard?
case of it wouldn't shave until balls were beaten in the league or something.
That's also true, yeah. Bowles or Kerry, once one of my beloveds get knocked
balls,
off,
big balls, man.
it's game over.
Is this your first time growing a beard?
Yeah.
It suits you.
Thanks, Nathan.
You've already
Beards,
now for the
beards
digs.
and ginger people generally don't work, but I think it's...
Well, thank you very
I don't know why you're looking at me. I have brown hair.
For our radio
it's a
listeners.
ginger beard.
Yeah, but that's not my fault. That's just his fault.
It's not my fault.
Just who I am.
I prefer it was a different colour.
Would you?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't match. The curtains don't match the drapes.
Oh, we're into a whole other realm of conversation.
Oh.
It's not my fault. I quoted the day, Darren, right there.
I'm actually kind of taken aback that Nathan has said something nice. I'm just waiting for the digs. And
I like
where
it.
they do
I
begin.
noticed it. I was watching this morning and I thought, that beard suits Owen.
I do notice that gingerness is brought out a lot more in the studio. A lot more.
I would say that
Actually, now looking at the camera, suddenly
I would
Darren's
actually say
beard is like
I would extend out your
the ginger lad and Harry Potter-esque.
ginger beards look stupid on people to just beards look stupid on people. Like, look at the state of the three.
What have you got going on there? Bit of stubble?
Bit of stubble, that's it.
Just been
If
growing
you,
that
you need
for
if you need any tips,
six-
you need any
six to
tips,
eight months.
just feel free to get in touch.
What, I email in.
Are you getting
I
yours
always-
styled?
Yeah, he is. It
Looks
kind of
Shane Lowry style, sort of gloss.
It's just natural, I guess, natural
Shane Lowry
beard
gets his
strength.
beard styled?
Yeah, no, he gets it. He's talked about it before. He gets that product in it, that glistens it up a bit. You could do a bit of that.
I have.
Beard listener.
Every time there's a Father's Day or anything like this, I get some sort of beard thing that I use once and then completely forget about.
Nice one. Well, it's clearly done a
I'll
trick so far.
pass it on.
Darren, do you glisten your beard?
I wish I could glisten my beard, but it's not long enough and it's far too shiny as is. I wish I could darken it somewhat. I'd dye it if I
Why?
could.
That's ridiculous. Do you know
It doesn't match.
No, they sort of.
You know?
Doesn't it looks
Were you
more like an
surprised-
Adrian
When
beard.
was the first moment that you realised that you were ginger?
I'm not ginger. I have brown hair. I had blonde hair, now it's brown. But
When did you blonde hair?
when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
like myself.
Really?
Yeah.
God, this is really interesting.
Blonde, curly hair.
Right.
Where did it all go wrong?
When you were about like 2.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
That's a really fascinating conversation now. Really pumped for this quiz. It's like whenever Jer's not here, it's just kind of like a sub-teacher and you just kind of do whatever you want. And
Double video on a Friday.
Basically.
Double religion.
Am I allowed to introduce tonight's contestants?
Go for it.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that because our first contestant tonight is head of propaganda for Dublin GAA, the Saul Goodman of Hill 16. Do you wear a Dublin jersey and have you ever committed an egregious crime? This man will get you off the hook. Using his multiple aliases such as Darren Cleary and Captain America, this boy will make sure consequences are never met. As long as you're a boy in blue, give it up for Darren Cleary.
I mean, only half of that stuff was true. And most of it was insulting.
Well, that's the point of that's the aim of the game here. How many dubs have you got off the hook?
0. In fact, John Small got banned after I went to bat for him 2 weeks ago.
Having the opposite effect.
Yeah. Highlighting them.
In the middle seat tonight is a man who really treated his wife to the good stuff on Valentine's Day.
Whoa!
I didn't start laughing. He got her a massive...
That might be true.
Bigger up from he got her a massive...
He got her a massive bouquet of flowers, tickets to a show, and a delicious chocolate cake. Granted, the flowers were red and green. The tickets are to go see Mayo versus Monaghan next month, and the delicious chocolate cake had Mayo for Sam 2K19 written on it with cream. It is the dutiful husband, the eternal romantic, the beast of Ballyhaunis, Nathan Nate Dog Murphy.
With cream.
You're very welcome.
You were in work Valentine's night.
I was.
How does that play out?
Well, I have to work.
Not well, I'm assuming.
There's nothing
Nothing to be done?
to be done. What? What would you like me to have done?
Our final contestant tonight this week tweeted his public admiration for Post Malone, and it's easy to see why. Post Malone lyrics really mean a lot to this contestant. Verses such as, "And I'm rolling, 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 rolling with my brothers like it's Jonas Jonas, drinking Henny and I'm trying to forget, but I can't get this shit out of my head," really strike a chord with this contestant. Give it up for Adrian, Who's Your Daddy, Barry. You're very welcome, Adrian.
Thanks, Owen. No, they're very good. I was at them last night, as I was saying earlier on.
Were you at Post Malone last night?
I wasn't at Post Malone last night.
Were you at them?
No.
Is Post Malone and them? I thought it was a dude.
I think
One
that's
guy.
a joke.
Oh.
I don't
It's
think
a very good one, isn't
I
it?
don't
I've
think
made it
it
7
is.
times already, so it gets better with age.
It does actually. As ever, the format is a classic crappy quiz with 4 questions each, and after 4 rounds, the trivia equivalent of taking every game as it comes is coming along. It's the rapid fire round. You can podcast the crappy quiz on iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, offtheball.com. Give us 5 out of 5, even if you hate listening to this. And please send any questions you have via postcard to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. We did get posts this week, and it's coming up straight away in round 1, which is the boring questions round, never multiple choice. Now, interestingly, the first 2 questions here come from an anonymous listener who sent questions in on the back of a beer mat from Devitt's of Camden Street. So the back of Devitt's of Camden Street beer mats actually have a little thing to write and a little place for the address. So we've got 2 questions. So the first 2 here.
Why would you send
Wait a
them in
second.
anonymously?
I have a genius idea that I should keep to myself and bring up at a meeting
let's
with
have it,
more
yeah.
important people than you.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Why don't we get off the ball beer mats with put your crappy quiz question here, and people can send them in when they're on their night out.
That is genius.
It's a fantastic idea, Nathan.
That's the best idea I've ever had.
That's a great idea.
It literally is the best idea you've ever had.
It's both advertising and useful.
Yeah, well, Devitt's are getting free advertising here, and they've got 2 questions. The first 2
Adrian's
questions.
like, delete that bit so I can claim it as my own.
No, I'm like, that's a shot idea, but I'm trying to make you feel better about having it, so.
I thought it was a great idea.
I think it's not the worst idea.
Question 1 for Darren. Name the last team to beat Ireland at the Aviva Stadium in rugby before England 2 weeks ago.
England.
No, it was the All Blacks. Rugby man is...
It's either the All
slipping
Blacks
out
or
of-
England.
Well, it turns out it was
the
just
All
the
Blacks.
All
Yeah,
Blacks.
well, it's the All Blacks.
Question 1 for you, Nathan. 2019 marks the 10th anniversary of the 2009 Grand Slam, but can you remember who refereed Ireland's slam clincher in Cardiff?
Well, it wasn't Nigel Owens.
Or was it?
Well, no, because it was
Welsh.
Wales who were
I mean,
playing.
but
You know, this is
sometimes
my...
you do get that in rugby.
So who are we going for then? Was it Jérôme Garcès?
No.
Roland Potts.
No.
I mean, there's no other rugby
Barnes.
referees.
Wayne Barnes. Adrian, question 1.
And I'll take that Wayne Barnes one.
Okay, go for it. Question 1 for you, Adrian. Since Jermaine Defoe's loan switch to Rangers, Sergio Aguero is now the top all-time Premier League scorer that is still playing in the league. Who is second?
Peter Crouch.
No. Current Spurs man.
Question.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
So 0-0
That's
after the
not a
first
bad
round.
answer because I probably jumped in a bit early, but
Round
Still a wrong
I should
answer.
raise myself now.
Round number 2 is the man with no surname round. So this comes from a letter in from listener John Michael. He says, "Dear Crappy Quizmaster, I
That's 2
apologize."
first names.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought Jean-Michel.
Maybe it is John Michel or
It'd
John
be
Hall.
ridiculous having 2 first names as your full name, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly would be.
Harry Adrian.
Dear Crappy Quizmaster, says the letter here. I apologise for raising your hopes last week with the one piece of post that you received which contained a complaint about a jingle and no questions for your crappy quiz. That was quite heartbreaking. I will try and remedy that this week based on the mild fascination with my 2 names, neither a surname. This is, I was trying to get to this. I've devised the first round based upon sports stars with a first name for a surname. So cue the good, the bad and the ugly theme tune at this point. He says, younger listeners or people not familiar with the Dollars trilogy may not get this reference, but the man with no name was a character played by Clint Eastwood in these 3 spaghetti westerns. Although as my request to get rid of bright shiny beads fell on deaf ears last week, I'm not holding out much hope for this. Jer can maybe whistle it. Well, Jer ain't here, buddy, so that's not going to happen.
Speaking of Clint Eastwood, so...
You have something to follow up?
Would you like to finish that sentence there?
Expand on that
in a
point?
sporting sense. So last week in golf, the Pebble Beach Pro-Am was on.
Yeah.
And Clint was up there. Is Clint still the mayor of Carmel? Is he still the mayor of Carmel? I think he's possibly. Honorary mayor of Carmel. And so he was at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am and he was in the commentary box. He was essentially the main co-commentator for the entire third day.
Any good?
So somebody would miss a putt and Jim Nance would go, "Why do you think, Clint?"
Oh, what did he say?
Be real low. Yeah, you'd be disappointed with that.
I expected a bit more from
No, there was
Clint
nothing.
Eastwood than to say he should have hit the target. Like
There was literally, it was... All right, you've got Clint Eastwood in the commentary box. I'm sure there's some way of making use of this.
At least he's talking about golf rather than like Gran Torino or something when somebody's actually missed a putt.
Do you think is Jim Nance sitting there going, I can't ask the guy to leave, so I'm going to have to continue to talk to him, even though like I really want him to go now after he's sat here for 5 hours.
Could be a bit of that. You're just suggesting what? Clint's so old he kind of didn't know where he
No,
was.
but like Jim,
He'd nowhere else to go.
possibly. You can't say to him, Clint, do you mind heading off there and we bring somebody else in who can... Nick Faldo's waiting to come in. Do you want to piss off?
Because at first I heard Jim Nance going, Clint, what? I was like, can't be Clint Eastwood he's asking, and Clint to come in.
Who
And
are you
then
thinking? Who
an hour later, I'm like, okay, Clint's
What
offering
Clint's
nothing to
were you
this.
working through before
Clint
you-
Dempsey,
Clint Dempsey, yeah.
Clint Boom,
Yeah.
Who's Clint Boom?
musician.
For God's sake.
Clinton Morrison.
If anybody...
Clint,
Are
Clinton
they,
Morris.
is Clint, are they as good as Paul
Bill
Malone?
Clinton.
Yeah.
Post Malone.
If anybody's got any great Clint anecdotes,
Clinton Morrison. It could have
feel
been
free to get in
Clinton
touch because
That's
this
what
is
That was a terrible story, wasn't
this really gets this is really as good
Sorry
as
for
content
interrupting
gets
there.
here. So
I'll try and think of better
5 minutes
anecdotes.
pointless segue. Number 2.
question number 2 for you, Darren. Please save us here with a correct answer. Gareth Barry has made 653 Premier League appearances, the highest number for any player.
Correct.
365 of these appearances were for Aston Villa, but for which of his other clubs did he make the next highest number of appearances?
Manchester City.
Correct. We're off the mark. 132. He made 131 appearances for Everton and 40 for West Brom. Nathan.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas represented the USA at the Ryder Cup in Paris last September, but how many points did he secure for the US of A?
Resident golf expert. That should have started off with resident golf expert Nathan Murphy.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Host of
He's
Golf
literally
Weekly.
just been humble bragging about watching some shit golf that nobody else is watching, just so he could tell people.
Clint
about it.
Eastwood would know this.
Oof. And I was at the Ryder Cup, so I should know this, really, shouldn't I? Well, he beat Rory McIlroy in his
Well, we
final
don't need
match.
all this.
That
gossip
wasn't
explained.
4.
Oh, correct.
Oh,
Good answer.
Just about.
From the Beast of Ballyhaunis. Nathan.
No, that's me.
Adrian. LeBron James went to high school in which US state?
Gonna say he went to high school in California.
No.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, hi.
Cleveland.
So he's an
I
Akron.
mean, if I'd known that,
St.
I would have
Vincent.
said
Can me and Nathan have a point because we both got Cleveland?
Well, you each have 1 point now. It's 1-1-0 going into round number 3, which is entitled...
By the way, I appreciate that I do constantly give out about this, but the weighting of questions,
yeah.
that was pretty obvious versus, I mean, a little bit tougher and
Yeah,
quite
you've really got screwed over here.
This is definitely the second week, if not more, that you haven't got any questions right in the first couple of rounds.
well, they've been difficult questions.
We
as
don't
well.
have time for this, I've just been told. Round 3 is the Say My Name, cue Destiny Child's banger round. Once again, Ger will probably have to sing this due to copyright, etc. Not really. This round will pit the contestants on questions relating to their surnames in the world of sport. So we've been sent in questions here. Specific to each person. So we've got questions for Tommy, Nathan, Adrian, Dave, and Phil. Darren, do you want Tommy's question, do you want Dave's question, or do you want Phil's question?
Give me Dave's question.
So Dave's question, of course, is about a McIntyre. So Jim McIntyre manages Dundee in the Scottish Premier Division, but where did he finish playing his football?
Hamilton.
No, Dunfermline. Unlucky.
That was very tough.
Nathan, Daryl Murphy has 33 senior caps for the Republic of Ireland and 3 international goals. Can you name 2 of the teams he scored against? It's relatively easy, isn't
It
it?
is relatively easy because he scored 2 of them in the one game. Has he scored 3 international goals? I thought he only ever got the 2. Who was that against? Last qualification campaign. Whose group were we in?
Is that like your voice that's
It doesn't
coming
have
out?
to be in qualifications.
Sounds like Clinton.
Can be a friendly.
Again,
Clint Eastwood again, I think.
They weren't friendly.
No, he
Clint's
scored
short
this.
for
He
Clinton.
scored
But
this.
I wouldn't be giving your rival any hints there.
He scored this ridiculous.
By 4.
header. No, stop.
3,
No, this is totally unfair.
2,
Georgia.
Time's up. No, it wasn't Georgia. It was Serbia and Moldova. Both in the 2018 qualification matches.
Against
Moldova.
Poland in a friendly.
That was the one. Should have got Declan Rice off the bench.
No, I don't think so. I think you're thinking of Aidan O'Brien.
Ah.
Adrian. Dave Barry
All-Ireland winner with Cork and League of Ireland winner with Cork City, scored against...
Serbia, of course.
Like, the delaying tactics here are actually disgusting. Scored against which European club in the 91-92 UEFA Cup? Dave Barry.
Go again.
Dave Barry scored against which European club in the 91-92 UEFA Cup? Powerhouse, Giants.
Shut up.
What are you doing?
Because I would have put in the word European powerhouse or something in there instead of club. Just to make it a bit easier for you.
I buzz in and tell him the
How
answer.
many scored once, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
5,
I'm going to say...
4, 3,
Yeah, you don't get through the countdown thing.
2.
Celtic.
No,
Bayern
Bayern Munich.
Munich.
Well, they are a powerhouse of
Well,
Europe.
that was a fairly pathetic round, it must be said.
Did you say Bayern Munich as well?
So it's 1-1-0 going into the numbers round, and it is a fun free magic number round.
Dave Barry. Everyone knows he scored against Bayern Munich.
Well, I don't, so...
If you meet him, he'll tell you.
Just blatantly not
Hi,
true.
Dave Barry scored against Bayern Munich.
Your conversations are extremely interesting today, it must be said. Round 4 is the fun free magic number round. Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the contestant who doesn't go bust, the nearest, gets 2 points. The second closest gets 1 point. Again, I'm going to have to say that we can only accept the answer that's written on your paper. I'm also going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. Some of the following... Oh no, these are all mine. So if you don't mind, give us the following number. The number of times Dublin have beaten Kerry in all competitions since their 2016 All-Ireland semi-final meeting, plus the number on the jersey of the starting tighthead prop in rugby union, plus the number of times Jurgen Klopp won the Bundesliga during his time as Borussia Dortmund manager, plus the number of GAA players who have been awarded the All-Star for Footballer of the Year on more than one occasion. Your 30 seconds expires when
What's the
Sinatra
third one?
sings Bright Shiny Bees.
What's the third one?
The third one is the amount of Bundesliga titles for Klopp with Dortmund. The number that the tighthead prop wears. Dublin have...
First question.
How many times have Dublin beaten Kerry since their last championship meeting, which was in 2016? And we're taking all competitions there. And the amount of people who've won 2 or more All-Stars for Footballer of the Year.
Of all time.
All time.
So who won Footballer of the Year?
More than once.
Footballer of
He's
the Year.
saying All-Star. You're confusing
she's
me.
just-
All-Star for Footballer of the Year.
You don't win an All-Star for
Are you
Footballer
saying
of the Year.
All-Star or Footballer of the Year?
It's the All-Star for Footballer of the Year is the name of the award.
We're talking about the
Pens
Footballer
down.
of the Year.
Pens
No,
down.
hang on.
No, you...
No, there's
down.
15 All-Stars and then there's the Footballer of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the award is called, the
That was ridiculous,
GPA
by the way. That
All-Star
was,
for
I don't
Footballer
know,
of the
did you
Year.
write that question?
What?
Did you write that question?
I did, yeah. Do you have a problem with this?
Ridiculously written.
Darren, we're going to need your pen down. What have you got?
11.
4.
6.
6 is bang on.
Yes! Back in the game.
Back in the game is right. So just to go through the correct answers there.
6.
No, you didn't.
Don't know what that was about. So the number of times Dublin have beaten Kerry in all...
6.
The number of times that Dublin have beaten Kerry in all competitions since 2016 in the All-Ireland semi-final, 1. And that was a 2018 league. The number jersey on the starting tighthead prop in rugby union, you had 1 down there, Nathan. It's actually 3.
Whoa, back up the... What was the answer to the first one?
1.
You said it was 3.
Yeah, 2018 league. Kerry beat Dublin this year.
No, No, the number of times Dublin have beaten Kerry in all competitions since then.
You count the league final?
Yeah. So they played each other in the 2017 league twice. There was a draw and a win for Kerry. They didn't play each other in the championship that year. 2018 league,
Kerry
Dublin
didn't
won. They didn't
progress
play
far
each other in the championship that year. And then they played each other last week and Kerry won. So 1 win for Dublin
much
since
you all?
2016. Thank you, Adrian. I think somebody's sticking up for me. Nathan, as we've established, you said the title prop in rugby union wears 1. They actually wear 3.
They can float between positions, I find.
That's very
No,
true.
they actually, of all the positions in the pitch, they really can't. So, rugby man, get your...
Except for your Tadhg Furlong.
I trust Tadhg Furlong at number 1.
The number of times
Number 1. It's definitely referred to that on a very
On the
regular
loose.
Jurgen Klopp won the Bundesliga twice with Dortmund, and the number of GA players who've won Footballer of the Year more than once is 0. So the total is 6. Adrian, you get 3 points.
Excellent. Straight
And
into the lead.
nobody else gets any points for that.
No, I get a point.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Four.
sorry. So you're on 2, and Darren, you're
have
on
a
1.
point.
So the current scores are Adrian 3, Nathan 2, Darren 1.
Fortunes.
We go into the rapid fire round. Our winner tonight is going to be decided in the round that separates the men from the boys, the Jan Vertonghen's from the Jan Venegors of Hesselink. It's no team in particular ridiculously easy rapid fire round. The score you get in this round will be added to your score in the previous round. There will be 40 seconds for everyone to answer from the same set of questions. We're going to start with the person with the highest number of points. That's you, Adrian.
What?
Then on to the person.
No, you flipped it last week.
but
Let's
that was
start with the
because-
person with the lowest number of
That
points.
was
sure.
a stupid thing. That was ridiculous.
That was Jerry just going on a solar run as he usually does.
stupid, wasn't it, Jesse?
I still won.
Stupid
You still
thing.
try. I'm going to win this week as well.
I watched that video last night. last week. And I was so angry with his behaviour. So angry.
Me too.
If you get a question correct, I will ask you another question and keep asking you questions until you get one wrong. Once you get a question wrong, I will move on to the next person, and your incorrect answer also means the deduction of a point. So, Adrian, you ready?
I'm good to go on.
Your time starts with a Kevin Kilbane. He's kind of shit all over it further on down the line.
He's kind of shit all over it further on down the line.
Which player has scored the most tries so far in this year's Six Nations?
Jacob Stockdale.
No, Johnny May. LeBron James plays for which NBA team, Nathan?
LA Lakers.
Correct. Who's the Huddersfield manager?
Oh, what's it? Oh, I don't know.
Sievert. Who got promoted to the as championship winners last season, Darren?
Fulham.
No, Wolves. Name the PDC World Darts Championship, Adrian. Champion.
Barneveld.
No, Van Gerwen. Fionn McDonagh plays for which county, Nathan?
Mayo.
Correct. Who came second in last year's League of Ireland Premier Division?
Cork.
Correct. Which MMA fighter announced he was standing for election with Sinn Féin this week?
Paddy Houlihan.
Correct. Name the GPA CEO.
Paul Flynn.
Correct. Is Ciara McGeehan from County Derry or County Down?
Down.
Correct. And Nathan close to victory.
No, come
he
on.
absolutely killed
Still
you.
got it.
Superior brain.
Change the rules whatever way you run.
Shifted the quality of those questions.
Yeah, they got it very easy.
In the quality of the answers, I think you'll find.
I think so
Not
too.
easy.
Well done.
They just suddenly got
Truly
very
deserving winner. How will you ever manage to get up to this level? Split Nathan in two. Is that what you're going to say, Darren? Go on, let's
And
make
you
a
go around.
sarcastic Dublin jersey.
I would.
Joke.
I think Nathan's funding should be cut.
Oh,
Wow.
that's really struck a nerve with Nathan. And there's plenty more good stuff coming up after the break, and the crappy quiz is back here on youtube.com/offtheball every single week. We'll chat to you soon.